I really need one more drink. I need a real damn drink now. You did fucking amazing.
You did amazing. Oh, and Nova, you did good too.
Yeah, good damn job. That's how you damn step.
That's how you step. You might be a permanent co-host.
I don't know if I asked for all that shit. I know I'm back on schedule though. I seen the damn calendar. You wasn't even gonna tell me.
Yeah, I was when the time came.
Uh,
But I checked your calendar.
Be like pollen in the air. Feathers free from everywhere. It's a dangerous love affair.
Is this thing on? Hey guys, welcome back to the Subjective Podcast. I'm your host, Danielle, and today we have a very special guest. It is the love of my life, the man of my dreams, the papa to my baby Nova, and it all started with a viral TikTok. LJ, welcome to Subjective.
Well, first, I want to say congratulations. You know, I ain't never said it on camera, so just
Aw,
like your public congratulations.
honey, that's so sweet.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm proud. Not a lot of people know all the work that went into it, all the little stress you said you had, but it looks good. Everything is great. Everything is going to be great. And yeah, I'm happy to be here.
That's so sweet. Well, none of it would be possible without you. You do a lot of the background work. Actually, the most of the work. Right? Anyways, how are you feeling?
I'm cool. I was sleepy about 5 minutes ago, but I think I'm ready.
You're up, you're awake.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
I don't know what the hell you about to ask me, so
Well,
I,
we're just gonna give a little insight into our relationship, how we got here, all the things. We're gonna get into some tea.
let's let him do it.
Are you
Fuck
ready?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking some organic Power Red juice from where it's from? Trader Joe's.
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe's.
Period. Is it
Get
good?
y'all some. This ain't no sponsorship, but get y'all some motherfucking shit.
Is it good?
That's how you did in your bloopers.
Okay, so I think that means it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into it so we're not here all day. So, before we get into how we met, what were you doing before we met? Like, what was life? Were you looking for me? What was going on?
I don't think at all I was in a place where I was actively looking for anyone. But I was enjoying myself. I say that. I was enjoying Charlotte, figuring out what the fuck was going on in Charlotte. And I was being a little young turned
So you had bitches?
African American man.
You had bitches.
I had people I was in contact with, yeah.
What does that mean?
I had options. I'll say that.
You had hoes in different area codes.
Oh my God.
So you weren't looking for me.
I wasn't looking for love. I'll say that.
That's crazy. Well, unfortunately,
Boom.
that didn't work out for you. So, did you listen to my first episode?
Duh.
Okay, just making sure. Well, in that episode, I was talking about how I spent a lot of time scrolling on TikTok, right? And obviously, in my escapades of scrolling, I came across this TikTok. And it was a wedding, very cutesy, very demure, very nice wedding. And there were noobs, lots of noobs. The noobs were strolling to the nasty song, doing what noobs do. And to my surprise, there is this fine young man in the video. He's not in the wedding, but he's recording the wedding. But you could also tell that he was a noob. Like, he knew the stroll, right? Why was that you?
Man. So I literally got booked for the wedding. I didn't even know. His name is Nate. Shout out to Nate, real cool dude. But I didn't know he was a brother till I got to the wedding. So it's always cool shooting weddings with the brothers and they look out. By that time, I guess in the video, well, first let's start with the video. I was doing my damn job. That's all I was trying to do. And it was two other photographers there. One name was Maya, one name was Mike. But Maya, she's like 16. She's amazing at what she do in the wedding space and all the other stuff she do with photography. But she was getting behind the scenes stuff, and that was one of her clips. I was damn doing my job. The nasty song was on. He was serenading his lady. And I was just getting the best angles, but like I was moving along with the stroll because I knew the stroll. So
You
I
was
ain't even
feeling it?
realize. I ain't even realize I was like
Feeling
dancing.
it?
Yeah. So I ain't even know. So anyway, she captured that. I did not know it all. So I don't know if it was like a day later or 2 days later, but I went to work. Whatever day Monday was, I went to work. And someone at my job literally sent me a message on Teams. They was like, "Oh my gosh, is this you?" I watched them like, "Damn, that is me." And I ain't even look at how many views it had. I was just like, "Oh damn." So I damn exited out while I was at work. By the end of my work day, it was at like 1,000,000 views. I had like 50 fucking messages from like family telling me like, "Oh, you viral, you all on Facebook, you all on TikTok."
Aw.
And yeah, I didn't even have a TikTok at the time. So that was my like introduction to TikTok. I made a TikTok just to
Because of that.
have a place for people to find me at. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's me. Hey, so
Well, I remember, I don't even know how it came up on my For You page because at first I didn't know anyone in there. I didn't even know the girl whose video it was. And I was just enjoying the vibes like everyone else. Speaking of, that video at this point, I'm looking at it now and has 9.1 million views. I'm going to link it in the show notes and in the YouTube, but it has 1.4 million likes, 15.2K comments, 66K saves, and 71.8K shares. And I, let me tell you, the girls were thirsty. Not just for you, for the groom, which unacceptable. They were thirsty for all of the other men that were strolling. And let me just tell you, somebody said the cameraman is at Linspiration. Y'all go show him some love.
shout out to Ashley. That's
Yes,
amazing.
it is Ashley.
How you?
It says it on here.
Oh, yeah.
But, and it's also, I think the comment is pinned because it's right at the top, like when I'm looking at the video now. And so shout out to Ashley because that's how I figured out where your Instagram was. However, I was not going to be like these other girls that were in the comments. LJ, let me just you know, go through these comments, and most of the people were saying, I think most of the people didn't know that you were a noob because they were saying, oh my gosh, the cameraman wants to stroll so badly. The cameraman's feeling it, blah, 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 the
Right.
cameraman. But some of the other girls, this one girl said, the cameraman is fine as hell. I liked her comment. And this other girl said, yes, I keep watching it to see him.
Was you like looking at the comments?
Yeah, because I noticed you first. So I wanted to see, like, was it just me? Like, am I thirsty? Am I like, why is it that I'm the one that's noticing you? And so I wanted to see what other people were saying. And this one girl said, okay, but who's the cameraman asking for a friend?
She was just trying to. book
Somebody
me.
said, right? He's fine as fuck. Somebody said, is the one recording single? No, he's not, Miss Mama. Sorry. Somebody else said, this is the reason why I want me a frat
Why you
boy.
ain't comment on it?
Because what do I look like? I went straight to the source. I wasn't going to go in the comments. I had already figured out who the cameraman was. So, people are like, who's the cameraman? Who is Nitravius Smith?
What?
He said, go get that, my boy. And he at you.
Shout out to not Travis. Yeah, not Trey. I don't know who not Travis is. He a brother. Who knows?
Okay, listen, 2 more comments. This girl said, it's the cameraman for me.
You put a wink in there.
Somebody else said, the cameraman is like, somebody else can get this camera. I'm about to cut a step. Period.
I was already probably about lit too at that moment. So
Anyway, so this girl's video went viral, and I was thinking what everyone else was, and I was like, who's the cameraman? But then Ashley, shout out to Ashley once again, she said she put your @ name, so I needed to go and investigate a little more. So I went to find you on Instagram, right? And your page was private. And so I had to fucking follow you and look thirsty so I could see more pictures. But whenever I went to your private page, I remember that your location said Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are the chances? Let me see what this man looks like. Because you could have been catfishing in that video. So I needed to make sure. So I had to follow you and wait for you to accept the follow.
you gonna stick to this story?
LJ, your page was private.
My page has never in Instagram history been private. Now you seen me and you was like, damn.
LJ,
That,
why would like why would I lie?
I ain't never had no private page. I'm gonna let you have it for the sake of the story. But you seen my fine ass and followed me, and it wasn't because my page was private. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
This is gonna be forever a part of our relationship. Like I'm never going to agree. And you're never going to tell the truth and say that your page was private.
It sure were.
I just feel like because at that time you weren't as big as you are now, so maybe you just didn't see the importance of having your page public.
He's stressing me out.
Well, okay, whatever. I followed you. From my perspective, I feel like I followed you because I couldn't see your pictures. And I've already told you this before. If your page was public, I don't think that I would have felt the need to follow you. So I followed you, and that was it. I wasn't finna be thirsty like them other girls in the comments and doing the most, you know? And then
Then what?
what happened?
This your time to shine. I'm gonna tell my side.
You slid in my DMs.
I damn
Oh wait,
sure
no,
did.
you didn't. You liked pictures.
I like 3 pictures.
You liked 3 pictures. And I remember I was like, oh my God, Leia, to my sister, he liked 3 pictures. What does this mean? And she was explained to me, you know, what the kids were doing. If you thought this person was worthy, then you would like the pictures back. And if not, you move on. And so I had to dig through your page because you had all of your photography pictures and only the ones of you were scattered through. So I had to go searching for the ones that I wanted to like, and I liked them back. I actually think I liked a little more than 3 pictures, just so you knew, like.
Good energy. Great ass energy. You did like them back down there immediately. Like, you was probably waiting for me to say something.
No, I didn't know if you were because I assumed that you were at the time getting lots of follows, comments. I wasn't thinking like, oh, when I follow him, he's gonna look at my page and like my pictures.
Hell yeah, look at that. I was getting a lot of like followers and
Were
shit.
you looking at everyone's page?
Some people, yeah. Not
Were you liking their
everybody
pictures?
page. Nah.
So you only liked mine?
I don't know if it was only but it wasn't like, oh, they follow me, let me like they shit. Like, I did see you was in Charlotte though. That's probably why I liked them. I was like, let me I'll give you 3 of them. But I ain't think it was from like,
Oh, you didn't
The
think I
video.
came from the video?
yeah, cause you was in Charlotte. I was like, maybe you seen some shit I did in Charlotte and followed me. But I ain't think it was from the wedding video. Now, other people I knew it was from the wedding video because the shit they were saying in my DMs.
Oh, they were DMing you first?
Oh yeah,
Oh my goodness. What
someone had game for real.
Did they? What were they saying?
One of them was like, sent me a date. I'm like, fuck that. I mean, that's our wedding date. I'm like, all right, that was kind of that was
Clever.
That was all right. I ain't gonna lie, but it was more so shit like that. Like, oh, when our wedding, I need the cameraman. Same type of shit they were saying in the comments. But
No.
you ain't comment on shit. You just like my little pictures in.
Yeah, you thought I was just gonna be amongst the many? That's crazy. So how'd you end up in my DMs?
Oh, when you like them pictures back, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead. I ain't wasting no time. Like, the energy I got immediately, I was like, oh, I'm gonna see how far she go. Like, I'm gonna see if her energy continues. So I slid in your DMs. What did I say? What did I say? Hold on. Ah, shit. I said something like, I think it's time I get to know you, or like get to know.
Yeah.
Did I say like? Oh, I probably said your name too. Like, I
Yeah,
think
you
it's
said
time.
my full name.
And then you was quick responding to that too, wasn't you?
I didn't do it too quick, but like it wasn't immediately, but it wasn't like hours. Cuz I was on my phone at the moment, but I didn't want to make it seem like I was pressed. So I wasn't going to do it immediately. But I was very shocked at like the consistency. Like you wasn't wasting time.
Oh no, cause I hadn't. By the time I DM'd you, like, I done went through your pictures, probably the shit you tagged in, your highlights, all that. I didn't seen what they say. I didn't seen the material, like.
Okay, so then since you've seen the materials, like what stood out? If all of these girls were following you, DMing you, I don't understand what made you look at my Instagram and be like, oh, let me DM her, even though I have all these other DMs that are waiting for me to respond.
Maybe because you ain't do the most. And, like, I don't know, you just look like you had your shit together. I can kind of look at a person who posts and they do it to give off they got their shit together versus, like, somebody who just got their shit together. And I could kind of tell, like, the things you value through your Instagram, like family. And I like how you dress. You had locks. I told you how I feel about locks. Just shit like that. You just had what I like. And you know,
What?
you had this picture with them cheeks and they was sandy.
That did it for you?
That was like the icing on the cake. I'm like, she fine as fuck with locks. And she got it back there too. And your energy was good. Yo, it was over with, yeah.
Aw. You slid in my DMs and you said what you said. And I think that once I responded, I think you immediately asked for my number. Like, you didn't waste no time.
I think I said like it needed to be the next message you sent me.
Yeah, you made a demand.
You sent it.
And then you text me immediately. You didn't wait.
Yeah, I wasn't no time to play.
You didn't wait. And then I think we just started texting and texting and texting.
And then you fucking called me.
Hold on. Okay, so I think we texted for like,
It was some time though, lucky.
no, but it was like a week before you were like trying to plan a date. Do you remember that?
I don't think I do.
You don't remember? You said pick a number between
Oh shit, yeah.
1 and 3 or something like that. And then I think you sent me a date or something, like the date for the date, but I was going to be out of town. Or yeah, at my mom's because Heaven was graduating and I was going to her graduation cookout. And so I think I said something like, "Hey, I can't do that. I'm going home, but as soon as I get back, like, I'll see you." And you were like, "Okay." And so we were texting the whole time that I was home. And I don't remember, though, what made us say, let's talk on the phone. Was it you or me?
Yeah, I think I just wanted to like
You probably said, like, I want to hear your voice.
see your face, one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It couldn't have been see your face because I knew I was not getting on FaceTime. I knew it. I was so shooketh. LJ, you already know. I was so nervous. I was literally with my mom.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I was practicing. I was like, "Okay, Mom, what should I say when he picks up the phone? What should I?" And so I was like, "Hey, LJ," to my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, that's a good." She was like, I was giving her different versions of how I was going to answer the phone, and she was like, "Yeah, that's a good one." She was so supportive and so sweet. Shout out to my mom. She's always so
I
supportive.
need to hear the ones that ain't make the cut. Like
No, the one that I ended up saying, I did not practice.
oh,
So I was so nervous, LJ. So I called and it rang 100 times as if and mind you, I had texted you to say, "Hey, like, I'm about to call you." You were like, "Okay, this is a good time." And then I called. It rang 100 times and everything that I had practiced went out the door, LJ. What did I say?
it was like what the hell took you so long to answer the phone? And the shit that was funny, like I would have said that. Like I ain't feel no way about it. It was funny. Like that's literally probably what I would have said if I called you and it took a long time.
Oh
So I was
my
like,
God.
alright.
I was like, "Oh my God, why did I just say that?"
You ain't act like, oh my God.
I was thinking that, but and also it was funny because when we got off the phone, my mom was like, "How did it go?" And I said, "Mom, I didn't do anything we rehearsed." And I told her and she was like, "Oh my God." She was a little bit stressed, like, "What the fuck, Danya? Why would you say that?" But then she was like, "Well, it must have went good because like you guys were on the phone all night long and we were." I think we fell asleep on the phone, or at least you did,
So I've been on there snoring.
probably.
Nah, we was on there about fucking 6 hours, something crazy like that.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. I just know it wasn't a boring conversation.
Yeah, it was a vibe.
Was
It
that
was a vibe.
was that when you knew you were in love?
I knew you was different, and I know people like say like, "Oh, you different, your energy," but that's probably the first time I meant it when I said it. Like, but it was from the jump. Like you just had good energy from the beginning. So the phone call was like a cherry on top.
Okay. So
Yeah.
did you like when we were on the phone, did you have like a, "Oh, I'm gonna keep this going" kind of thought, or were you just still like, oh, I know I'm not looking for anything?
So honestly, I don't know how I felt like at that moment. But if I could guess right now, I probably was conflicted. Because I knew I wasn't looking for nothing serious. But like, I also don't usually reach out to people like that. And if I did, it wasn't like a long form. Oh, I'm gonna keep talking to this person. Like I really gotta rock with you. So I don't know. I was probably conflicted for real, but I enjoyed all of it though. I wasn't like afraid of it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know, I don't remember if it was that night or like as we were texting while I was still at my mom's, but we knew that we were going to see each other when I got back to Charlotte. And I left Nova with my mom. And I think I got home maybe on like a Saturday. And then on that Sunday, you had a shoot or a wedding. I think it was another wedding. And so you weren't going to be done until late at night. And for some reason, you said, oh, I'll come see you after the wedding, which is crazy. I don't even know why I agreed to that.
Yeah, I don't know neither. I really was just, I was one probably a little lit a little bit, so it gave me some more liquid courage. But when I said it, I'm not saying I thought you was gonna say no, but I knew it wasn't like a regular ask, like to just, oh, I'm about to come there after the wedding. It was probably like 10, 11 o'clock when it was done. So, but
You showed up at my apartment at midnight in a suit. LJ, you showed up at my apartment at midnight in a full suit.
what you had on?
I had on leggings and I put on a big sweatshirt because my sister said, make sure you wear something that covers your butt so you can know what his real intentions are, which was very smart. She's so smart.
Shout out, dog.
And so I did that, and you had on a suit. You were fine though.
I like how I look in the suit. That was a great first impression, like first face to face
Yeah,
impression. Like I had a suit on at midnight, and that was kind of wow.
that is. I was nervous. Were you?
I was excited as fuck.
So when you knocked on my door, you weren't like, I remember you like called me because you were asking like where to park at. And so I was on the balcony. I was literally about to shit myself, LJ. I was so nervous. LJ, I was so nervous. I could not believe like it was real until you showed up at the front door.
But it was like one of you had all them damn stairs. So like by the time I got up there, like my heart was like, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know if it was because I was tired from the stairs or like I was nervous. But I ain't feel nervous once I was like with you and in conversation.
So when I opened the door, what were your first thoughts?
It smelled good as fucking there. I remember that. I don't know what kind of scent you had going on, but it smelled good. You was watching fucking what was you watching? Criminal Minds? You was
that
watching
sounds about
Criminal
right.
Minds. So I don't know why that caught my attention, but I'm like, she in here watching a crime show. It smelled good, it was clean. It was a vibe in there. It's a video of Boosie. And he was like, man, the Wi-Fi jumping in this bitch. I ain't never going home. Some shit like that's how I felt.
That's how you felt?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It was very inviting. I'll say that. But I think I was expecting Nova to be there.
I wish she was, because she would have helped with calming my anxiety. And also, if it would have got awkward, she could have. But it didn't get awkward, so that worked out. I think when I first saw you, I was like, oh my God, this man is in a suit. I'm weak. And then I was like, I don't remember. I feel like I didn't think too. Once you were there and it wasn't awkward or weird, then I was like, okay.
Yeah, it was really a breeze. One, you easy to talk to, like, so there's that. But it wasn't a dull moment at all. And I'm pretty sure we was talking for another 10 hours again.
LJ, I don't think that you. It's almost like we had a sleepover, but we didn't go to sleep.
Yeah, I vividly remember it being like 6 something when I left.
Yeah, because I think I went to the gym
Oh yeah, you damn sure did.
because yeah, like I had a workout, and so I think I went straight to the workout, and that is crazy.
That's why.
That's crazy.
And I went to work.
You went to
Yeah.
you went to work.
Uh,
Was it like what you thought it was gonna be?
what?
Like when the first time we saw each other
Yeah. I knew from the conversation, like our initial conversation, that
on the
you,
phone?
yeah, you wasn't like a nervous person, or at least you hit it well. Like I couldn't tell you was nervous, but you're good at conversing, and you're easy to talk to. So it carried over into the in person thing. So I feel like it was just like the phone call, but in person.
Was I'm trying to think. Were there any awkward moments?
Um,
I don't remember anything getting awkward, but I think it's because I'm really good at feeling dead
it wasn't
silence.
awkward. It wasn't awkward, but you gave me a long ass hug, like when I first got there.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like you didn't want to let me go for him.
no, that's so
But
sweet.
it wasn't awkward. I was just like, oh, she's sweet too. It was another point,
That's cute. Okay, so next, let's talk about how things went from there. Jeez. I think we probably have different thoughts.
I have no idea where this is going. So
I'm just talking about like how things progress from there.
yeah, but like you're next. I don't know what's next.
I'm just thinking about I think from there it was oh, actually wait, I'm missing a big part. So then we had been talking, so that was in May. We had been talking for a couple weeks before my mom and my sister were coming here. Oh no, because they came for like around my birthday. They were coming around my birthday time. So we had been talking for a few weeks at this point, and then I think I had showed my sister who you were. She saw that you were a photographer, and she was graduating that year, and she was like, "Oh, I should take my senior pictures while I'm there." So Leia ended up booking you as her photographer. The shoot came. So you met my family, well, my mom and my sister, after talking to me for like a month.
Which is crazy.
And you said that you thought that I was going to stop talking to you after you took my sister's pictures.
Hell yeah, I thought it was a setup. I'm like, they just trying to goddamn utilize my talents.
Oh?
Yeah, but nah, I ain't gonna say I thought all that, but it was very convenient. Like, oh, let me book him right now. Like right now.
That was just how it worked out. Like my sister, I don't think she had a plan for her senior pictures until she looked at yours and she liked your work. And then she was like, oh, why don't I just kill a couple? What is it? Kill a couple?
Two birds with one
Yeah.
stone.
So after that, I didn't stop talking to you.
Yeah.
We kept talking. We kept spending some time together. And then things got a little bit shady.
What happened?
You weren't having time for me.
Okay. So I did make time for you, but
No, you
you
didn't.
just like the fuck out of me, so it ain't feel like enough. For you.
No, you would see me like once a week. And some weeks you didn't see me.
I was working probably.
And
Well, look, I don't know. I made time for you. I felt like I made time for you. I'm pretty sure I said that.
no.
So what was my response to you?
I called you one day and I said, remember, I was doing all this math. Listen, so I calculated how many hours were in a day.
Right on the
times
fucking extra.
how many hours were in a week and a month. And then I went back to tell him out of all those hours, how many times.
It's 128 hours, and I get 30 from you. I'm like,
So I called him, I FaceTimed him, I gave him this whole lecture because it had been on my mind. Like, I was like, we're not spending enough time together. And let me tell you, this man had the audacity. LJ, what did you say to me? I'm getting upset thinking about it.
I was just like, I don't have the time that you want me to have to spend with you. Not that I wouldn't, but I didn't have the time at that moment.
He was in the prime of his career. Was it because you went viral?
I feel like that was part of it, but I just had a lot of shit booked at that time. But I was editing all of that stuff. I was still, I don't know, adjusting to Charlotte low key. So it was a lot.
I wasn't high on the priority list, and I made it very clear to you that that was unacceptable to me. But I was very shocked when you didn't say, okay, I'll make more time for you. You said, sorry, Miss Mamas. I don't have extra time to give. And I was like,
I ain't want to lie and be like, all right, I'm going to make time. And then next week you want to spend time, and it's the same thing.
I think my plan was to cut you off. What happened? I think I said, okay, well, bye. I don't have time for this. I need someone that has time for me. This is our last conversation.
I said, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, all right. I probably just called you the next day or something.
Like, he acted like I didn't just say that we were done.
Because you was lying. Why was you lying?
No, I wasn't. I was serious.
I ain't feel it. It wasn't convincing.
Well, I think after that, that's when I started reading Why Men Love Bitches.
And you fucking...
And I started working a little magic on him, y'all. You should read that book. I'm also going to link that in the show notes. Why Men Love Bitches. And it just teaches you how to navigate relationships or men who might not be all the way out of their fuckboy era, right?
I was never in a fuck.
Okay. It just teaches you how to take control of the situation. Like, you know how you be waiting for the man to lead the relationship and figure out what the course of it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where were we?
Pretty much,
Oh, how I tried to cut you off.
yeah, you was like, yo, why you try to cut me off?
I think that I just didn't have a lot of time to waste. And I don't think, well, I think I liked you. Well, I know I liked you way more than I was expecting. And I think you liked me, but you weren't very vocal then. And I knew I didn't have time to waste. But also, I think I was conflicted because I wasn't looking for you or a relationship. And you weren't either. That was confusing.
Yeah.
That was confusing because I think, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be anything. I wasn't prepared. Were you?
Not at all. But I found myself like wanting to spend time with you. Even when I ain't have time. Like when I knew you was finna be like, oh, you ain't making time for me. But also like I always thought about it. Like whenever I did have like a moment, I was like, maybe I should, you know.
Hang out with me?
Yeah, like I enjoyed your company.
I'm a good time.
Yeah.
So, okay, so was there like a time when you were like, oh fuck, this is not just a little fling?
Yeah. You remember when you told me you wasn't available?
Okay, let me wait. Because we need to tell the background of this story. So, this was after I had said, oh, you're not having enough time for me. And then you made it seem like you were making time for me, and you said, "Oh, I'm we had planned we were gonna watch a movie. We were gonna have a whole little movie night, and then you were like, probably like a couple hours before, you were like, "Oh, DJ ended up coming in town, and so I'm gonna stay here." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was so mad, and you were like, "I'm so sorry," blah blah blah. Like you were being nice about it, but I knew, and so then the next time you were like trying to make up for it, I wasn't available.
Yeah, that's when I knew. I'm like, one, I was upset. I'm like, what the hell you mean you ain't available? Like, I knew you weren't doing nothing, so that's probably why I was mad. Like, you ain't doing nothing but sitting on that damn couch watching Criminal Minds, and now you all of a sudden you unavailable.
Just because I'm at home and I'm sitting on the couch doesn't mean I'm
I for
available.
sure felt away though. That's when I
did.
knew like, oh, I kind of give a fuck,
You did. You thought you were gonna cut me off for that.
man. Cause you,
So that was when you knew it wasn't a fling?
yeah, I feel like that's one of the first times I was like,
You at least
why I
cared.
cared enough to like be mad that you wasn't available. So I'm like, what you mean you ain't available? Like, you should always be fucking available.
Oh. I I don't think like I knew that I don't think there was a time where I was like, "Oh, this isn't a fling," because I don't think I went into like I don't have flings. So I wasn't going into it thinking it was a fling. I'd more so just was like, "We'll see where this goes, but I'm not going to stress myself out about it." And I think obviously when I started being like, "Why are you not spending time with me?" I said, "Whew, Danielle."
I don't know, but at the same time, like at least I don't think I fought any of it. Like, I knew I liked you.
You don't think you did?
I don't think so.
I don't believe that. You were very, I felt like you were very much not sure. Not like you weren't sure. I felt like you were like puzzled that you liked me so much.
Yeah, especially when I wasn't looking for it. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, why am I here for real?
Yeah. I think that was it. And it was like at that point we hadn't really established, we didn't, well, I probably tried to have the what are we conversation, but we didn't establish what we were doing. Although you were completely fine with that.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so I feel like between then there wasn't anything too crazy. We just continued. I'd moved into a new apartment. I think once I moved into my new apartment, we started spending more time together, going on a lot of dates. We were living our best little life in Uptown. And eventually I was like,
You got and brought that bitch back. Like, hey, bro, what we?
yeah, what are we? What are we doing? We won't even talk about about how I was asking about marriage, but I did start to be like, what are we doing? And you felt like, oh, what did you feel like? Because I can't
I
even.
felt like what was most important to me at the time was having someone I was just fine being around. Like, that was enough for me. Like, and I feel like, at least for guys, but it's not often that we meet a woman who we just fine with, chilling with. Like, that's really like the homies a little bit. Like, we can just do absolutely nothing. We can watch TV. We can do all the regular shit that we do, but it just feel cool. doing it with you. So I think that's what was most important to me. And like I ain't care about nothing else. Like, because essentially that carries over into everything else for me. Like I enjoy you as a person, and that's all I needed.
But like, did you think, like, because for me, I was like, I'm still single technically, and I wasn't talking to other people, but we didn't discuss. I feel like you just thought like, oh, you're mine and I'm yours, and that's that.
Yeah. But you thought it was a conversation to be had.
Yes,
Yeah, I didn't.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't at all.
Like, if there was no conversation, how would you know if I was like seeing other people, or
I don't think I ever gave it a thought.
would you have cared?
Yeah, I think I would have cared, but at the same time, like, I don't see you moving like that.
Oh, so you just assumed.
Mm-hmm.
So what were you gonna do if you found out I was talking to other people?
Then we probably would have had hang it up for real.
So you would have just been done with me instead of being like, okay, I want to make sure she is not available to anyone else.
I feel like you act that way before you're actually that way. Like, I feel like you know, bro. Like, you just know when you like somebody. Like, you start, even if you had other people, like, I know you would talk to them less. I know, like, where you wanted your time to be at. So I ain't think about nobody else. Like, I knew it was no way we enjoyed our time together that much, and you gave a fuck about time with anybody else. So I ain't think about it at all. Like, it never crossed my mind, like, oh, is she talking to somebody else?
So did you think like, because we were basically doing all the relationship things, did you think, oh, we're in a relationship, or like, what did you think?
I don't think I thought we was in a relationship. I just thought we both liked each other. We could spend time with each other whenever we wanted to. And again, that was just for me. Like, I was fine with that. But I don't think I was looking for a title, because I wasn't at the same time looking for love. I wasn't looking to settle down and get in a relationship. So that probably added to why I wasn't one thinking about you with somebody else, or like trying to say, oh, we were in a relationship or not. Like, I didn't think about it. All that mattered to me was the time we had together in that moment. But after that, I don't know if I went home and was like, I wonder if she texting somebody else, or like, I knew you liked me and I liked you, and that's all I cared about.
Well, as for me, I asked. So I knew if you were talking to other people, well, as much as you told me, I would ask though.
Yeah, you ain't had no problem to ask
Yeah, I had questions.
all the time.
Still do. Okay, so then eventually things became official. What made you finally? I wouldn't say that you. I felt like I expressed that the title did matter to me. We had a conversation, and you said that the titles really didn't matter to you. Like, you liked where we were, we knew what we were doing. The title didn't matter. And I said, no, 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 no. That don't work for me. Did you think I was crazy?
No, I don't think you was crazy at all. I think titles mean certain things to certain people, and it doesn't to other people. I didn't think you was wrong for wanting it. I think it is a form of like validation. So I understood from that sense, like, why. But to me, nothing changes. Like, I feel like I acted the same way with the title and without the title. So I don't think the title like did anything for me personally, but I knew like it's a good form of validation for you, and I think it was something you deserved to be able to say. I think that's what it was.
Oh, you think I deserved it?
Yeah.
That's so sweet. I think I did too.
Mhm.
But you know, you said nothing. I think it did change.
I don't think so.
You don't think our relationship changed like once there was a title?
I think your energy changed. Like I'm only speaking for me and like how I act and how I treat you. Like I felt like I treated you good in both instances. I don't
You
think
did.
a lot changed as far as what I do for you. But I did notice like your willingness to do certain things went up. Like you had a different energy.
I think that you changed. I think your communication changed a lot. Because when we were not like official yet, you were working on your communication, but now it's very much top priority for you. And I felt like, at least now, like, say if we get in an argument, you're very proactive about fixing the issue immediately, talking about it. Whereas before, it wasn't that you weren't trying to fix it, but you wouldn't have that sense of urgency to fix it and make like it could linger a little bit more. It wasn't like,
That's valid.
yeah, like
That's
it
valid.
wasn't top priority. And I just think too, like after the title, you're just more committed. It wasn't that you weren't committed before, but like now it's very much like you know you're in a relationship, you're very intentional about everything. You make sure that you're making time for me and that we talk and that we spend time together and that we're doing all of the things. And I think that wasn't like that before. It's not that you didn't do those things, but it was more of just like now it's like I just feel like once the title came, the priority of us went up on your list of priorities. That's what I think.
I can say that. I can say that I give a lot more effort now. I can say that. But it's something that I know I actively work on. And I think it is or could be for, oh yeah, we actually are a thing now. So I think that can cause me to give more effort, but I think I view it as like it is something to lose now. So
Yes,
it's
I
more
agree.
like before, if like you was upset about some shit, I'm just like, I know I'm gonna talk to you, like, but I feel like now it's more like it can affect everything else we don't talk. I don't think it was that much of a, oh, it's something to lose, like,
Yeah,
beforehand. So,
yeah,
yeah.
I agree. Love that. I love being a girlfriend. Do you like being a boyfriend?
Yeah, I enjoy it. This has been my best experience.
I think we have a good relationship.
Yeah, you cool.
You
You
cool.
cool.
Okay, so, but I would say there's been a couple bumps in the road. Would you agree? Some challenges.
Some things that needed to be straightened. Yeah.
Okay, so what have been like challenges that you have experienced with us that kind of, made you nervous?
You're not very good at communicating when you're upset. And before, like, I wasn't. So now it's harder for me to be like, oh, she upset. She should wait to talk to me. Or, like, I don't think I give you as much grace no more. Because, like, when I was like that, it wasn't good. So now I'm like, you ain't finna be like that. So that's one. Like, you just, I don't know. I feel like I had to learn to communicate when I was upset or when I didn't want to. So I kind of like push that on you now too.
Because now you're better at it than I am.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I think that's honestly the biggest thing. But you're just not. What's the word? You're not movable. Like when you have a stance on some shit, that's just
I
what
stand
it is.
on it.
That's just what it is. Almost to a point where like, well, you're pretty understanding, but I don't think you even try to see it another way. At least in the moment. Like, nah, this is what it is. This is how I feel. It ain't gonna change. I don't care what you say. This is how I feel. This is what it's gonna be. So I think that's like, I don't necessarily want to say it's a problem, but
A
It-
challenge.
yeah, it's a challenge. But other than that, you pretty cool. Like, you don't give me too much shit.
I don't think we have a lot of I think that's one of them. And one that, like, I think we actively are always working on is, like, our difference in love languages.
Oh yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I ain't gonna say I forgot, but like I just ain't say it.
Oh.
But yeah, so I actually take that back. That's the biggest one, probably. Well, not probably. I think that's the biggest difference. Cause yeah, I need you. Like, you need to come over here now. That's how I feel.
Yeah, his love language is definitely physical touch. But we also learned when we did the little love language test that there were some other things that were pretty high up on your list.
What else was on there? Acts of service. Yeah,
And quality time.
yeah.
Mine are very much acts of service, quality time, gifts. I think physical touch was like my last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we like did that. I think we already knew what our like, at least our highest love languages was. but
Yeah.
It was good to see.
Yeah.
Like, we were dead ass opposite in that regard. Like we so similar
And
everywhere else
everything.
except that one. But you've been doing good.
Thank you. I've been trying.
You've been doing
I
good.
think it's about finding balance in all of them.
Now you be getting on my nerves sometimes. Like,
Yeah, that's the point. You'll never be able to say no, after that, you'll never be able to say that I don't love you in your love language.
yeah,
I'm not letting it be an option.
Yeah, you've been going crazy. Which is good. Good job. Good damn job.
Love that. Okay. Let's talk about our relationship dynamics.
Okay.
What?
You go for it. Like, where
I just want to know, like, what do you think about, like, how do you think we, like, balance each other out? Like, how do you think we make this work? Because you said, and I agree, we are very, 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 very similar.
I think we know the moments to just chill. Like, I feel like we both are very strong-minded. I think we have the potential to clash a lot, but I think we just know like what moments we should I don't want to say overcompensate, but you know when to let me have it, and I know when to let you have it.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. But what about you?
I think we're very similar as far as, like, the things that we like, the things that we want to do, the way that we see our futures. But then I think we're different as far as like our behavior. Like I'm more, actually, now that I think about it, it just depends. It depends because I think I'm like the more outspoken one, the more loud one. But then there's times when you're the more outspoken one and the more loud one or the more chat. Like when we were in Mexico, you were, you're like the more
Social person.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends on the situation, but it's never both at the same time.
I don't know. I think we pick up on it. Like, you know when I ain't trying to talk to nobody. Like, let's say we go out to eat. It'll be times where I don't feel like talking. So you might order the food, but it's never like a discussion. Like, I think we just pick up on it and it works.
I'm more chatty with strangers, and you are not. At all.
It just depends.
It depends if you've been drinking or not.
You act like I'm a
But me, like, I'll just have a conversation with the cashier or the Uber driver or someone in the elevator. You usually don't do that. Like, you don't really do small talk.
yeah. I don't know how to do it for real.
I do.
Like, I don't. Yeah, that's something I need to learn.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what we didn't talk about yet.
I don't know. I told you, I don't know what her outline is, by the way. Like,
You're just
we did not.
you're just going with it. Oh, let's talk about our favorite things about each other. What's something that like you like about me but you didn't expect to, or maybe you had to like grow to like it?
Just, I'm gonna say, I don't know. I feel like I can just hang out with you, like, but in any setting. Like, if we go to some fancy ass restaurant, like, I'm gonna enjoy it with you. If we go to Waffle House, I'm gonna enjoy it with you. If
We
we,
had Waffle House yesterday.
you make all the regular shit just elevated. Like, all the stuff I do on an everyday basis, you just make it bigger. I feel like. I don't necessarily even know what to call that, but that is something I like about you a lot. You make everything more fun, more enjoyable.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't necessarily something about you, but first I have to say, one of the things I do like that I didn't think I was gonna like is I like doing stuff for you.
Yeah.
Because I forgot to say this earlier, how when you first came to my apartment and we were having a conversation and you said, all the women in my family treat me like a king. I said, ooh.
Yeah. I ain't even say that like that though. Like, I probably did, but I ain't say it as like oh, I need you to. But,
Yeah, I don't think you did,
yeah.
but I took it as like, okay, got it. And that, I was like, okay, I didn't know what that meant. So I didn't know what the details were. But I was like, okay. And I just took that and ran with it. And then I was like, oh, I kind of like this. Like, I like doing things for you.
Yeah, I like that shit a lot. Like, I think I'm thirsty now.
It's okay. Take a drink. Yummy. Maybe I should too. Because we've been talking, honey.
Yeah, I know we about 2 hours in.
It's only 3:04.
It's only been an hour. Oh, damn. That's all right.
Which we don't actually have that much to go.
Yeah.
Okay, you can get that back on. Oops. Okay, so let's talk about the future.
Okay. I think the future looks just like this, like just how we living right now,
Mm-hmm.
but on a bigger scale, like bigger house, whole lot more money. We look a lot better. We fine as hell now, but like we look better. We in better shape. Our health is better. Like everything is just better. I don't think our day to day is different or like the things we enjoy will change, but it'll be the exact same way, but on a bigger scale.
You want to live with me? Because you said a bigger house.
That's the future. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's cute. I want to live with you.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of leaving and going home and waiting a couple of days.
I think that's gonna be like the the final, like, you know how they be like, oh, once you go on vacation with your partner, like, you will know. I think that's probably the most important. But from vacations and being with you like consecutive days, like I think we coexist well.
Hmm. There's already like things that you do that I'm like mentally preparing myself for to like not like no, seriously, like I need to know if there's things for you, like things that I do here or that you see that you're like, oh, that kind of irritates me. And
I think I'm a neat freak. So like I would say something that'll give me is like the bed not being made up or something. But it's not like you leave it not made up. If you did, that would get me. But like when we have blankets and shit on the couch and then we go to bed, like, I can't leave the fucking blankets
oh my
like that.
gosh, yeah.
So stuff like that, I'm like
Yeah.
OCD a little bit. Or
Yeah.
like I couldn't leave like that bottle of Coke out here.
Yeah,
It,
I'm
like,
very much like, especially if it's a late night, I will deal with it in the morning.
hmm Other than that, like I don't think there's anything else. Like you're not messy. You don't just leave stuff out. You don't leave your clothes on the floor. Like so, I think it would be more so stuff like that. But you don't do any of that. So
Okay. Well, I think we would live well together. Okay, honey. So, what is one piece of advice that you would give to couples?
I think a piece of advice I would give is don't necessarily look at things as I'm right and they're wrong, or they're right and I'm wrong. Just look to find understanding in the situation and I guess mutual ground on the situation where y'all can move forward, not just try to point fingers at who's wrong or who's right, but more so what's the right way to move forward.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think my piece of advice would be I don't think it matters. Like, you could do all the shit that's written in all the relationship books, but if you don't like your partner, if you're not compatible in the majority of life categories, it's never going to work. So find someone you like and find someone you're compatible with. And find someone who, if they never change, they stay exactly how they are right now, you could live with that for the rest of your life.
That was deep. That was deep for real. Nah, for sure on the finding someone who like you like and that likes you. That's like really important. I think we look at all this other stuff as if it matters and it really don't.
Agreed.
Everything is easier when you got two people who actually like each other. Like I know they be like, if a man this, then they'll do this. Like, yeah, if they like you, they'll do it. If they don't like you, they ain't gonna do it. That's what it boils down to. So,
Period. And you like me,
yeah.
and I like you.
Mhm.
Okay, honey, we need to get out of here before these cameras die.
Right.
But thank you for being on this episode, for taking your Sunday to record with me. You're the best.
I know.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, we gotta cut the cameras.
Okay, guys, thank you for listening to this episode of Subjective. LJ, thank you for coming. You'll be back. And follow us on Instagram at The Subjective Pod. I'm going to put my Instagram as well as LJ's in the show notes. And listen to us wherever you get your podcast. That's Apple, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever, and also on YouTube.
Options.
Okay, bye.